Alright, hello everyone, and oh wait, why did it make a whatever? So hello everyone, welcome to what is going to be a special video. Today I'm going to be showing you the treasure locations for Assassin's Creed Rogue. Essentially throughout the game you collect these items called Templar maps, which then point to random locations in the overworld in the three different areas in the game: the North Atlantic, the River Valley, and New York, Lower Manhattan. So today I'm going to be showing you all the different locations for all 24 different maps. Now I will be speeding up parts where I get lost. I will not be editing some of them out because it gives a good idea of the general vicinity. So I'm going to do my best to try and keep it all orderly that you can follow. So without further ado, let us begin. Also, one thing I would like to note is this will be completely spoiler free. I actually, as of time of making this video, have not finished the game. However, I have done basically all these side quests. Basically, when you complete all these 24 different areas, you unlock a special kind of armor in a certain area in the game that's kind of towards the end of the game. So I recommend you get all 24 maps before attempting this and before doing this. So, thank you, and let's begin. So the first one is located in the North Atlantic at coordinates 300 and -143. Pretty simple. You would just have to travel to this area around here, and it is at the middle of a forked tree, I believe I want to call it, like a little forked tree. Pretty simple. Once you get to it, you just follow it. This one's kind of in the open, and as you can see in the video, it's pretty simple to find. Nothing too major. The second one is located in an area at 591 -347. As soon as you get there, all you really need to do is swim ashore, and there will be a little bit of island that has the tree on it. And quite simply, it's at the foot of the tree. There's nothing much here, as you can see. You just walk up, and I missed it. There it is. It's in the middle of this snow patch right here. You inspect it, you got the treasure. The next one is located in New York at 517 -227. This one actually threw me for a little bit of a loop because I went the wrong way, but it's actually by the lake in the northern part of New York. So all you have to do is turbo over to where you see these trees and a rock, and it'll be right here. It's not exact really, but it's pretty damn close. The rocks are in a little bit of a weird formation compared to what you see on the map, but as you can see, yeah, see, it's a little bit of a weird formation, but it's right here in between these rocks. You'll get the dig icon and you'll be good. The next one is located in the River Valley at 574 -285. Now, what I will say about this one is when you actually warp to the warp point near here, it's a good spot to farm eastern elk, which are a pretty rare creature that you need for a couple of upgrades. So skipping ahead, I mean, of course you could always just buy their pelts, but you need to kill them at least once or twice in order to be able to do so. So I run around for a little bit here trying to get my bearings before I finally decide to re-equip the Templar map. Now, you could line up the coordinates like I do, which helps, but the waypoint will disappear after a certain point. But the waypoint for this one is actually pretty accurate. It's right at the foot of this big tree. Not too hard to miss. You know, you just walk up to it, dig it, and you'll get it. So this one's nice and easy because there's a warp point right next to it. Now this next one is located in the River Valley at 515 -206. This one by far had to be one of the most annoying ones to get in the game. Just simply because of the fact that the map is really, really weird and different for this one. As you saw, it was actually really two maps combined into one. So as you can see, there's a very, very like zoomed out version of it. And then there's a zoomed in version. So I run around for a little bit here like a headless chicken trying to find the exact sweet spot where it pops. And quite frankly, I don't want you guys to do the same mistake that I did. Now, where it actually is it's located on the far left grave. You basically dig at the grave and you will find it. However, because I, of course, was not actually looking up anything for this one, I actually had to find it myself. It was pretty annoying. I should also mention that I did not look up where any of these locations were. I wanted to find them myself, fresh as they were. And it's a little bit confusing because it's not exactly on the location where they kind of advertise it. So I kind of fumble around, you know, making sure that the map was right. You know, I wasn't screwing around. I wasn't in the wrong area. So I'm going to skip ahead. Well, it's actually almost done, but basically this one was pretty confusing. This one is by far the hardest one. You know, I kind of got a little bit disheartened. As you can see, I kind of stopped playing. I was kind of just like, oh my fucking god. Like, I could not believe that this one was taking me so long to do it. So when I did actually find it, it was kind of a moment of relief. As you can see, the slow-mo has worn off. It's actually not that bad. What gave it away were the 3 trees on the bigger picture. That the circle was behind the 3 trees, which really kind of gave it away. That was the part that really kind of helped me the most with it. So, kind of walk around here for a little bit. I think I look at it one more time, and then I realized that I was being an idiot, and it was the 3 trees were the ones giving it away. Yeah, because this clip isn't that long. Here we go. So yeah, the 3 trees and the road that you can kind of see. The upper left picture really didn't help me at all. So I kind of went where I said, oh, the 3 trees are. And here we go. Keep walking. There you go. I see the dig icon and I get it. Which was pretty annoying. This one definitely took me the longest, I want to say, out of all of them. I think it took me something like 20 to 30 minutes just to find this one in particular. Just because of the way that the map worked. It was pretty confusing, without a doubt. It's behind this grave. Do I turn? Yep, there you go. You can see it. And I do a little bit of jumping, a little bit of jumps for joy, just to show off where it is. So yeah, the next one is located at 788, negative 549 in the river valley. Same thing as before. You know, when you get there, there's a little bit of a trick here. There's actually a hill that I had to run up that I did not realize I needed to run up the hill at first. So as you can see here, I find the hill, I run up it. Oh, no, is this it? No. Here's where I got confused, because I went up there and there was nothing. So then I said, oh, it must be above me, because where I am does not look like where the treasure is. So I run up the hill, I find the treasure. Even the waypoint kind of gave it away for me right there. And I said, oh, I must have to go around. So here I am going around to find this treasure, and it's a little bit more of a jog than what you would expect. You kind of have to really go out of your way for this one, but there will be a left turn that you can make, like right there, and you run back along the ledge. It's actually a ridge. The map kind of gives it away a little bit. The ridge will really help you there, and the treasure is pretty much right where advertised, right there at the top of these this little rock formation. I don't know what you want to call it. Half of it's in rock, but whatever. And that's where the treasure is. The next one is located at River Valley 529, negative 777. This one's pretty much a given. It's actually an area that you can warp to. And once you get here, one of the dead giveaways on the map is the fact that it is by a sunken ship. And there's actually the fireplace, as you'll see here in a second when I climb up. The fireplace is actually on the map, which I could not believe. I don't know who made the map to be like that, but yeah, the fireplace is here. Now it's a bit of a weird picture. As you can see, I kind of jumped down. The way I was angling myself was a little bit incorrect. It's actually more to the right. As I look around here and I stumble around like an idiot. Don't worry, I figured out eventually that it's actually a little bit more to the right, a little bit more on the northern side, I want to say. No, a little bit more on the eastern side, judging by the way the compass, or the mini-map is. So I walk over here, bam, there it is, right in the dirt. Pretty easy one, since you don't have to travel far at all. You literally just run across from your ship after teleporting, and you can grab the treasure. Alright, the next one is located at North Atlantic 487, negative 305. This one is a little bit confusing because it's in an area where there are 2 similar structures. As you can see, I might have even passed the icon right there and not even realized it because I was looking at this one. There's basically 2 separate cliffs with trees hanging off them. The giveaway is that one of them has a fork and the other one doesn't, as you can see. The branches are, I don't want to say divided, but there's 2 separate branches on the one that I'm currently running around like an idiot. The split in the tree branches is way too big on that one as opposed to this one. So I get right here, I realize, oh, it must be somewhere on the dirt, and pretty much there you go. That's your giveaway, is that one is too big and it's too far to match the picture given. So this one actually is not that hard because it's right there in your face. This next one is pretty easy. North Atlantic 428, negative 757. Oh crap. Well, when you actually get there, all you have to do is run up the conveniently placed tree branches, and you'll reach a graveyard at the top. Pretty simple, this one, actually, because all you have to do is go up to where they show. As you can see, the forked tree is on my left as I approach. It is in this little alcove over here. And I don't know why I got lost right there. I could have just followed the map a little bit more closely. It's right here in this little alcove surrounded by the different crosses. This one is very accurate to the image. It's very helpful. As you can see, I kind of give a little bit more of a giveaway of the area. And pretty simple. Next one is at North Atlantic, 724, -176. Now this one's a little bit different because it's in an enclosed area that actually, I believe, you have to blow down an ice wall in order to enter when you sail in. So be careful that you're not too close to the ice wall, or it might capsize your ship when it falls. But other than that, it's smooth sailing. It's a wrecked ship, so all you have to do is hop off the ship, get down there. And once you do, it is in an alcove. It is inside of a ship, pretty much like they advertise. It's not this one is not too tricky. It's not too devious in any way. It's fairly simple. You literally walk right off your ship and you'll find it. It's not that far at all. In fact, if I swing the camera around in a second, and you can actually see your ship from where you are. So this one's pretty simple to get. Just be careful that you don't capsize your ship with the icebergs. Alright, this next one is at 134, -739. I apologize for that noise right there. It's pretty cool because once you get here, it's actually a warehouse. The location of the treasure is actually in a warehouse, as you can see, off the coast, or on a little lake. It's a little lakeside treasure. So what you do is, as soon as you warp here, just hop right down. Fairly simple. You can sneak out, assassinate these two guys with the Ezio takedown, which I actually have not seen too much of in this game. Then for the most part, you can just completely avoid these people as you run over along this little wall. Just hug the wall over here. You can swim in this water, I believe, for a little bit. No, you're fine. And it should not be too hard. I believe I grab it pretty quickly after I land here. Once I get my bearings again. It's over there, as you can see, along the ridge, closer to the wall, which I was running along just a few seconds ago. Pretty simple. Not too hard to find. This next one actually took me a while to find. It's at 224, -259, in the river valley. Once you get there, there's this little island, I want to say. It's a little like a little island on this lake that you can get to. I was running around. I was kind of confused as to how to actually get there and figure out where this stuff is. It's actually fairly simple. Once you get to this island, all you have to do is it's going to be behind. I think it's a coffin or something. It's like a little ruined building, and that you can run into, and there's a coffin. Yeah, I think that is what it is, or a pew or something. Right there. It's pretty simple to find once you actually walk past the coffin. Not too hard on this one either. Alright, so this next one is in the river valley at 685, -575. And I remember this one very specifically because it's such a long run to get to it. It's in a pretty linear, I want to say, kind of area. You have patrols you can avoid, fight them if you want. Doesn't really make a difference. There's going to be stalkers. There's all kinds of stuff that's going to come at you as you try to make your way all the way out to where this treasure is located. As you can see, the stalker got a cheap hit. Was not expecting it. So be careful of the stalkers. The stalkers could very well kill you if you're weak or you don't have enough armor or anything like that. So as you can see, I kind of run around here like a little bit of a headless chicken trying to find this one. Now, it's actually inside of a cave. It's inside of a cave somewhere along this ridge. And now, I'm not playing right now, so I'm not sure exactly where the cave is. But if you find this abandoned camp, you're pretty good, as you can see. The cave, I believe, is to my left. Oh, no, it's up top, is it? Yeah, it's up top here. See, that's why I remember this one, because it's very confusing if you don't find that. So, actually, let me replay that. I actually forgot this myself about this chest in question, because if you don't see this wall, I don't believe you can get up there, period. So make sure you climb up that wall before you do anything. If you don't find the wall and you don't climb up it, you're gonna have a bad time because you won't be able to get to this treasure because it's located up here in this cave. So This next one is located in the river valley at 876 -54. Now this one actually, when you're done warping there, you're going to actually want to hop off, go all the way back down to your ship if you didn't sail here, and ride this little boat across the river. This will make your life easier, or you could sail directly here if you're in the area. Either way is fine. Now, as you can see, I'm actually an idiot because I actually, looking back on the footage, I ran past it a couple of times, overly making this too complicated. It's because these bushes are not here on the map. That's what confused me. These bushes were not there on the map. So as you can see, this time I did see it. This is the location, as you can see. There's also an extra tree here. So it's pretty weird because those two trees are there, but they kind of try to obscure them. So you can't see them when you actually arrive. So it's a little bit weird. I remember saying to myself, like, boy, this does not look like the map at all, but there it is. Here we have another one that's fairly simple to get. North Atlantic 948 -933. When you actually get here, the waypoint is on top of a ship, and this is actually where you receive the Viking armor. It's the same area. So as you can see, you run out along here. Well, I got the notification that there's a Templar map. You run out here. There's only one tree in this area, I believe, maybe two. And the dead giveaway is the tree and the rock. So this one I clearly show you on the map. It's fairly simple. It is legitimately where they advertise it to be. And it's going to be right over here, a few paces. Check it again, and they are a little closer, I believe. Something like that. Should be... Oh, this is weird. This is a little bit weird here. Why it's not exactly where I believed it was. It's actually by these planks, I believe. Yeah, it's by the planks right here. So it's more or less. It's pretty accurate. About an even amount of paces from either the rock or the tree. All right. The next one is located at 52 -724 in the river valley, so you got to warp over to the river valley really quickly. This one actually took me the least amount of time to get out of basically all the other ones that I did. There's a viewpoint pretty close. The only thing I would warn you about are the black bears, which may roam this area if they spawn, which I believe at least one will spawn when you warp in. And as you can see, I have to replace the marker because I warped and it removed it. You can just run over here. As you can see, I have shoot the bear. I loot it really quickly. And this one is quite literally on the beach. I didn't even need to really turn around and use the trees as guidance until right there. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Nothing too much about this one. 784 -480. This one is actually inside of a cave in an area that you have to warp to. Pretty straightforward. Once you get here, you can just hop off the boat. You got to run through the area. All the way inside the cave, which I miss at first because I forgot the layout of the area. Pretty simple. You just follow the linear path. In fact, if you've been clearing out collectibles like I have, you probably already have been here maybe once or twice. And as you can see, there is the gate, I want to call it, and the pillar. It is right behind the pillar, exactly where advertised. You know, nothing too major here. And you can grab it and move on to the next one. This next one is at 370 -482 in the North Atlantic. Not too hard of an area to get to. Once you actually get here, all you have to do is follow the pretty simple path. It's literally right here. As you can see, there's a beast coming for me, which I think... Does he attack me? I don't know, but pretty simple to find. Just be careful of the wolf, I guess it is, or whatever. Run right up the trunk, you're good. Next one is located in the North Atlantic at 556 -591. Pretty simple. The tree is the dead giveaway. You also have a tree leaning against it. Once you get to the warp point, just literally jump off. You'll see in a second as I line myself up. It's right there, closer to the base of the fallen tree as opposed to the tree that's still upright, but nonetheless still easy to find right in that patch of snow. You know, go grab it and you're good. Alright, this next one is located at 218 -56 in the North Atlantic. Now, as you can see, I'm going to fumble here with the map for a few seconds to try and get it to work for me. But when you do actually get there, yeah, here you go. When you do actually get there, there's a viewpoint very, very close by, and quite literally so close that go the other way down the viewpoint. Don't do the leap of faith into the outpost unless you want to clear it beforehand. It's literally in this little alcove. As soon as you jump down, you'll find it. It's actually, this is one of the easier ones, I dare say, in the game, because as you can see, it's right by. It's even marked with a cross, so this one is very hard to miss. Alright, this next one is found at 635, negative 446 in the North Atlantic, and this is actually the most unique one in the game. It's the only one found on an uncharted location, or that is an area that's not actually like an official area on the overworld. It's found on this little island, or this little part of the world. You know, you're probably pretty familiar with it if you're cleaning up the overworld, and it's found right by the tree. You know, it's not too hard to actually find once you get there. It's just that unlike all the other ones, it's not located in an area where you might expect it or that's easy to reach. You have to kind of sail to this one, and it's out there by itself, and it's not an official area. This next one, River Valley 554, negative 899. This one isn't too bad because you can warp directly to the spot above it. It's in a graveyard, so all you have to do is go past this first the first tomb or the first altar. I'm not really sure which of the two it is, and go to this one over here on the right. It's right behind it. It's impossible to miss, and as you can see, it's right by the tree. Again, fairly simple one. This next one is in New York. It's 721, negative 270. Basically, it's on the northeastern coast of New York, the boundaries of New York. So once you actually get there, fairly simple. It's out in the open, around these couple of bushes and these rocks, and you might find some hair, here and there. But once you approach it, it's actually right here in a little bit of a clearing, I want to say, of the grass, and not necessarily by the rocks, which is kind of what they advertise, but to be fair, it's close enough. So that's, I believe, number 23, and the last one. And the final one in the game is located at 252, negative 624 in the River Valley. This one is, again, the hard ones are already long past. Number 24 is not that bad to get to. As you can see, I kind of screwed up and sailed the wrong way initially, and I went to the other side of the locale. Actually, I believe this one is not in an area, I don't think, either. I might be wrong with that. Yeah, this one is not in an area either, so the other one wasn't so unique. But basically, once you wade ashore, it's fairly obvious. You can see the tombstones, and it's just right there. And that's really it. As you can see, it's right behind this little one over here. And they kind of say it's in the middle, but the tombstones aren't arranged properly the way that they are in the diagram, which is a little bit fucked up. But regardless, it is there. So I'd like to thank you. I hope this has been, a little bit helpful. I know that while they do give you the locations of the treasures on the maps, I hope that this visual aid can kind of help you confirm exactly where they are. Now, once you have all 24 of these relics, you can take them to the HMS Sapphire to get a special bonus, the Templar armor. And that's that. That's the treasure hunting. It's actually required to 100% the game, so I do hope this does help someone. And I will see you guys later, so have a good one. And I hope this has been helpful.